We're back, this time with Toro. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing more sim stuff. So in the last episode of this series, you saw that we got the computer running, and today we're gonna be mounting the driving hardware itself, the parts that I showed you in the first video, onto the actual sim rig. And then we're just gonna wire it up. I'm gonna do some cable management because I do want it to look as clean as possible. I'm not an expert at this, but hopefully you guys can learn from this and do it your way. All right, let's get on with the video. First up is the Moza shifter. The Track Racer shifter mount has a ton of holes to bolt virtually any shifter. To make it easier, I removed the upper portion of the shifter mount. It's just 4 bolts. Try to match up as many holes as you can. I got 3 solid ones, which should be plenty. Then I just bolted the shifter mount back on. It really is that simple. Now onto the wheelbase. I have the front mount from Track Racer. So let's just bring the wheelbase through the back for a test fit. To make it easier, I unbolted the front mount. It's just 4 bolts and washers. Slide it back into place and tighten the 4 bolts on the sides. Slight markings on surface are normal. It only means that they have been put through our vigorous factory testing and have passed it. Cool. Holy shit. This steering wheel feels so good. I mean, I don't know what a bad steering wheel feels like, but this feels premium, and I'm glad I went with this one. It's starting to look like a sim rig now. I'm really happy with the choice of SimMagic so far. Installation was flawless, and the build quality seems excellent. Now for the pedals. I just placed them where I thought would be most comfortable. I made sure the pedal spacing was good for me. These, I believe, are called Hammerhead T-nuts. These will be on the bottom side of the pedal plate, and this flat portion you see will push up against the plate. And a bolt will thread through the top with a washer. That's all there is to it. Each pedal is gonna have 4 holes for the bolts. Okay, now these are a game changer. This is an Allen wrench drill bit set. It's about $12 on Amazon, and it will save you a ton of time. The link is in my bio if you want to purchase these. Now this is the controller box for the pedals. There's 2 slots right here to mount them anywhere you want. I'm mounting it right here, again with bolts, washers, and Hammerhead T-nuts provided by V&M. And that's maybe 2 seconds with the drill. Now the cables coming from the pedals have a specific pattern, so there's really only one way to push them into the controller box. The box has the inputs labeled. Just match the clutch cable to the clutch input, and don't forget to tighten the metal lock. Now do the same with the brake. And last but not least, the throttle. I just set the cables aside as I'll be organizing these later. Okay, so these are cable management clips from Track Racer. Again, I was lucky enough to actually find these on the rig when I purchased it from them. Cables will lay on this side, and on these side slots, you can kind of see it right here. You can slide a zip tie through them to lock the cable in. The USB cable provided from V&M goes here, and I'm just gonna put the rest of the cable towards the back of the rig. Now for the wheelbase, we're gonna plug the power, and now the USB connection. Now we're finally going to use one of these clips. Put it in one of the slots in the rig and rotate it 90 degrees. This should lock it in place. Then I place the 2 cables flat just like that, and then I slid a cable tie through the side slot to lock it in place. And now I cut off the excess, and that's all there is to it. So the USB cable is going to run up the rig to the PC, so let's just temporarily tape it right here. And the power cable will aim down since it's going to need to be plugged into an outlet. Now for the shifter, we're just going to need 1 cable to run it. That goes here, and we're going to run the rest of the cable on the inside of the rig. The monitor is just bolted on using the provided bracket from Track Racer. To wire it up, I got this very thin HDMI cable, which made it so much easier to manage. The link for this is in my bio as well. And let's plug in the power as well. Using another clip right here, we're actually going to use a zip tie the other way, running the same way as the cables. Now I'm actually going to slide one of these Velcro adjustable cable ties through the plastic cable tie and wrap it around the two cables. Then I cut the excess again, and this will allow me to open it back up to add or remove cables if I want. I just use the excess Velcro to keep the cables nice and tidy. Again, the power cable will go down and the HDMI cable will go up towards the PC. I'm going to use a clip here for the shifter, but I'm actually going to bend the cable 90 degrees to bring the cable towards the inside of the rig. Again, I used a plastic cable tie, then a Velcro cable tie because I'm eventually going to add a handbrake. Now on the inside of the rig, we're going to put a clip here to keep the cable from hitting my right leg. And this clip will be used for the power cable from the monitor. Up here, this clip will be used for the shifter USB cable and the HDMI cable. Since there's no slots here, I'm just going to use this adhesive cable tie. These work great for hiding cables. Now back to the left side, we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to address the USB cable coming from the pedal controller box. We're going to place a clip right here and kind of hide the cable here in the slot. And another clip here to run the cable up the rig. Here we're going to have a little power strip I'll be mounting on the rig with some Velcro adhesive tape. And this is where everything is going to plug into. This is the power unit for the SimMagic wheelbase. I'll be tucking it under the pedal plate with zip ties. On this side, I'll actually put it over the pedal cables to help keep them down. And on this side, I'll put it under the cables. And voila, power supply hidden. Now here's a 7-port powered USB hub. I got this so I don't take up all my inputs on my PC so quickly. And on this side, there's 2 smart charging USB ports. If you'd like to use the same one, this too is in my bio. I'll be using the Velcro tape again, and we're just gonna place it right here under the PC tray, out of the way of everything. The 3 USB cables are the shifter, the pedals, and the wheelbase. Now I use some of the spare Velcro from the cut cable ties to wrap the wires. And some gaffer's tape to stick it onto the tray. Last but not least, the power cable and the USB cable to go to the PC. Now the monitor power supply, I'm just going to tape it right here to the side. The power switch from the wheelbase I'll be mounting on the inside right here with some double-sided tape. This gives me easy access to turn it on and off. And it's finally time to put the PC on the rig. This is for the wireless keyboard, the HDMI cable for the monitor, and this cable for the 7-port hub, and last but not least, the power cable. And here's the rig as it sits. Every part of it is contained and there's only one plug going to the wall outlet. I can slide the whole rig in and out of my office in seconds. Overall, I'm very, very happy with how this turned out. Hopefully this helped you guys in any way. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, that would help a ton. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.